Hey, if we could get everybody sitting over here in the home section from Crosspointe to move over to the guest section, and everybody that's sitting in the guest section, if you're from Suburban, you go over to the home section. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to Crosspointe Christian Academy for tonight's semifinal game of the Indiana Christian Academy or Indiana Association of Christian Schools boys basketball tournaments. This game today will be to get in the championship game, and that will be taking place at 3:30 on Saturday. Today's game features the visitors on the scoreboard from Indianapolis, the Crosspointe Christian Panthers. And the home team from Indianapolis, the Suburban Crusaders. The Indiana Association of Christian Schools is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding of biblical principles of kindness, humility, and respect. We ask that each player, spectator, and official join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy tonight's competition. At this time, if you'll please stand for prayer and our national anthem, followed by tonight's starting lineups. Let's pray together, please. Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this day. We thank you for the competition that we have witnessed. We pray that you would just be with this game, be with the players as they play. Pray that you keep them safe. I pray that their attitudes and actions on the floor would be acceptable to you, as well as the fans in the stands, that we would be honoring to you. I pray that you would just be with officials, help them as they make their calls, give them wisdom and clarity. And Lord, I pray that above all times, no matter what happens, win or lose, that we would be honoring to you. In Jesus' name, amen. Beginning with the visitors on the scoreboard, the Crosspointe Panthers. Starting for the Panthers, a 6'3" senior guard, number 1, Colton Wagner. A 6-foot sophomore guard, number 2, Carter Ellis. A 6'1" senior guard, number 4, William Yeiter. A 5'8" junior guard, number 10, Derek Furman. And a 6'5" senior center, number 23, Phil Fitzsimmons. The Panthers are coached by Mark Yeiter. And now the starting lineup for the home team of the school board, the Suburban Crusaders. Starting for the Crusaders, a senior, number 12, Wade Zimmerman. A senior, number 23, Andrew Mills. A senior, number 24, Aiden Montgomery. A senior, number 33, Chad Glover. And a senior, number 44, Luke Carter. The Crusaders are coached by Aaron Payton. Officiating tonight's game are Bill Westfall, Tom Hansing, and Andrew Bose. Tonight's sports medicine coverage is provided by ATI Physical Therapy, the official physical therapy and sports medicine provider of the IACS. Enjoy this ballgame.
All right, and we are live here at Crosspointe Christian Academy tonight in the Den for our last matchup of the night for the IACS tournament. We have Crosspointe Panthers against Suburban Crusaders. I'm Austin Shaddy, joined here by my brother, Bryce Shaddy. Say hi, Bryce.
Hello, folks out there.
All right, we have a very exciting game here. You can already hear the crowds being loud. Bryce, what are your thoughts going into this game?
Well, Crosspointe's got something to prove after their last trip out down south against Suburban. They got handled. So I think they're looking to come out and prove a point. I know Coach Yeiter's got some things picked up for tonight, so very excited to see how the boys respond tonight. And there's Carter with our first 2 points on the board.
Crosspointe takes first blood here, and the pressure, get a steal. Carter with the pass and a foul. Looks like Suburban took kind of a hard hit there. It's always scary when somebody jumps up and you don't really know where they're going to land, especially on a hardwood floor.
Been there.
Been there as well. Does not feel good. All right, Crosspointe inbounds the ball to Carter Ellis. Takes it to the top of the key for Colton. It is very loud in here. These guys are going to be very hard-pressed to hear their coaches and the plays that they're calling. Derek with an easy take for an easy layup.
And that's something that Suburban hasn't seen in the first 2 games. Derek really didn't get much playing time. But with a minor injury to Tommy Shepard, who is available to play tonight, Derek gets the start tonight.
Looks like this high-pressure defense by the Panthers is paying off, something Suburban has not seen yet. I'm sure they've seen it through our live stream here and have been practicing it, but it is way different in-game. It's a shot by number 33, Chad Glover, just off the rim, but rebounded by Suburban. Good block by Phil.
Great block there by Phil.
Kept his composure, did not swat at the ball. Simply kept his hands up. Makes it really hard to try to score on somebody that tall. It's like Suburban's looking. They inbound it to Chad Glover, who gives it to number 13 in the corner. He shoots it. Off the mark, rebounded by Phil. Passed up ahead to Will. He just takes it off of his knee.
That's a tough break there for the Panthers. Going up 6-0 early. Yeah, that's a real tone setter there if they can do that.
This is great pressure by the Panthers. Got to stay on the ground though. We'll pass ahead, and it is pushed. There goes Derek. He is very quick.
I think that's an understatement there, Austin.
Carter for the 3. Rebounded by Colton. Looked like he was looking for some contact there. Great tip by Colton again.
this is exactly what Crosspointe wants to do. You know, part of the we talked with Coach Eider this week as we get another score there, and they really wanted to speed up Suburban, and so far it's worked.
Oh yeah,
they seem really sped up here.
I'm just glad we got the opportunity to even help them in practice, work on this. It's like a push on Colton Wagner for the Panthers.
That's not what you want early there for the Panthers. There, they want to keep Colton Wagner out of foul trouble early.
I just got word that the scoreboard for us is frozen right now. So for those of you wondering, hey, we scored, why don't we have 6? It's just frozen right now. A couple technical difficulties. We are working on that. Hopefully we'll have a solution very quickly.
Shout out our IT team.
One of the best IT teams around. Looks like Tommy came in for Derek, and Levi is also in for Will Yider.
Yeah, that's something else that Crosspointe wanted to do. They wanted to keep bodies fresh so they could keep up that pressure defense as Suburban gets their first points of the game.
That was Chad Glover. And Tommy, who did not play on Tuesday, comes in and immediately starts making an impact. This is great pressure again by the Panthers. They're feeling the excitement as Wade takes a 3 in the corner. He hits it. That is a man you do not want to leave open in the corner. He is a dead shot, so you want to get a hand in his face. Levi looking. Kind of an ill-advised shot there, and then he just passes it out. And it's turnover.
Coach Adder quickly gets Phil Fitzsimmons off the bench to come in for Levi.
Will Yider also makes his way into the game for number 2, Carter Ellis. I'm sure Suburban's going to look for another quick hitter here to try to either tie the game or make it a 1-point game. They look for Wade. Joel Fitzsimmons playing defense on him. Suburban now just staying patient as number 13 takes the shot. He misses. Rebounded by Suburban by Chad Glover, and he makes the 2-point shot.
Will gets a wide open 3 here. Not able to secure it.
Colton with a shot. He's just off the mark. Rebounded by Chad Glover. Chad Glover, he is such an impactful player for the Crusaders. So far, he has 4 points and he has 2 rebounds. His number 13 takes a shot off the mark. Rebounded by, I believe that was Andrew Reynolds.
And Panthers are taking an interesting approach there on Wade Zimmerman. They had Joel just completely face guarding him, so tried to take him out of the game if possible.
Run him off the 3-point line. He's a 3-point shooter, so that's the best thing you can do in this situation. You being a 3-pointer shooter yourself in high school, I mean, you got boxing 1, people are trying to run you off the 3.
Yeah, not fun. Not fun.
Will takes it in on Wade, and he makes it. That looked very easy for him. I know it'll get harder throughout the game.
Panthers have been able to get to the rim fairly easily. Big and one there.
That is an and one by Wade Zimmerman. That is also a foul on Phil Fitzsimmons. Looks like we have some substitutions going on as Wade is waiting at the free throw line to take his and one shot to try to make it a 3-point play. So how do you think Suburban has adjusted to Crosspointe's press? I know it's still the first quarter, but I'm sure they've made some adjustments. What have they been doing well that has broken down the press?
I think they're just taking what the defense is giving them. You know, the press is meant to sped you up, make you make quicker decisions in a bad way. And I think Suburban's done a pretty good job outside of the opening play of taking care of the ball.
Almost a turnover there by Derek. Passes it to Joel, who's going to take the shot, and it's good.
Big shot there by Joel Fitzsimmons. Not afraid to take shots, take threes.
He is also not afraid to speak to the other team.
Not at all. However, Joel did not get back or did not find his place in that press, and that quickly fell apart as Suburban scores there.
That is one thing. It is good when you make high-pressure shots, but you also got to play defense as well. As Carter takes it in. Rebounded by number 44, Luke Carter.
You got to scramble for the ball there. Will Yider comes out of the pack with it, dribbles down, finds Carter there on the wing. He's going to take a wide-open three, and cashes.
Makes it.
Big shot there. Couple big threes there for Crosspointe.
Phil's getting back. Great defense by Phil. Looks like Wade just stepped out of bounds.
That's a great recovery there for Phil there. Stopping a 2-on-1 fast break, gets the block and gets the turnover.
Great defense by the Panthers. Their transition defense after the press gets broken down is pretty good. I feel like they do get back very well, and it's solid.
Yeah, again, we can attest to that. Playing them twice this week in practice. It is a relentless press.
And Joel for another three. Joel is
three.
feeling it right now.
Big time three.
Goes for the steal, almost gets it. Now there's a 3-on-1 situation here. And a miss, a rare miss by Andrew Reynolds. But it was rebounded by Chad Glover.
Put right back in.
Carter for a quick three, just off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Phil. Will for a three. It's off again, but rebounded by Carter. He puts it up, miss. Rebounded by, looks like, Andrew Reynolds. Sorry, that was Aiden Montgomery with that rebound.
We got Luke Carter there on the putback to extend the lead to 3 for Suburban here. Sorry. Yeah, we are smudged. I am so used to Crosspointe being on. I apologize, folks.
We have a timeout by Coach Yider. If you were in Coach Yider's position here, it's a 3-point game, 55 seconds left. We're doing well on the press. We're doing well with transition defense. What are some changes you would make?
I wouldn't change anything. I really wouldn't. I think we talked about it earlier in the week with Coach Yider. It's making those deposits to make those withdrawals later in the fourth quarter. This press is relentless. It is tiring to break down a press. It is not easy for a full-length varsity basketball game. So I wouldn't change a thing right now.
And the nice thing is, I feel like the Panthers have depth on their bench, whereas Suburban, they may struggle a little bit. And so Coach Yider getting these guys in and out to keep the pressure, you're really going to see that take effect in the third and even the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's already paying dividends now. I mean, you have Joel Fitzsimmons that's come in and has 6 big points here in the first quarter. Anytime you get bench production in any game, any facet, college, professional, it's huge.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Panthers are just going to wait it out and dare Suburban to come out on Colton.
I'm surprised they're not pressuring. At least get the 5-second clock moving here. Kind of surprising that they're going to let them hold it for almost a minute. It's 55 seconds when the Panthers inbounded the ball.
We now have 30 seconds left in the first quarter, and still not a whole lot of pressure. Chad Glover is applying some.
Gotta help out here.
Now Tommy has the ball. Some movement going on with 15 seconds left in the first quarter. It was pretty impressive that the Panthers were able to hold the ball that long.
Yeah, they have a chance to finish out here strong as Colton drives the basketball.
And he gets fouled going up. It's a foul on number 33, Chad Glover. That is his first.
Derek's been very antsy at the scorers table tonight. Forgot to check in the first time and almost just walked into the game there the second time.
High pressure situation as Colton makes his first free throw. That is one thing. Derek, who went beginning of the season, not seeing a whole lot of playing time, to now postseason, game is on the line, starting. I'm sure a lot is going through his mind, but so far I feel like he's played well.
Absolutely, yeah. He's a speedy guard, can really break down defenses, get wherever he wants, and that really helps out on defense as well, covering space and press.
And the turnover by Suburban with 1.4 seconds left on the clock for the Panthers. Maybe to get a last-minute heave here. just short. I'm sure from his angle it looked like it was spot on. Just left it short. All right, so that is the end of the first quarter. Panthers have 21. The Crusaders have 16. So far, it's a very close game. What are some changes that need to be made on Suburban's side?
I think they just need to calm down with the press. We've seen them turn it over. They break the press in a way, if you will, but once they get down near the rim, they feel sped up there. And again, that's exactly what the press is made out to do. So I think if I was Coach Payton there, I'd be telling my guys, hey, we need to finish these layups. We finish these layups, we're in the game. We're tied or we have the lead. So they have the formula to break the press. They just have to finish and not turn the ball over there underneath the basket.
Yeah. So far, the Panthers have connected pretty well from three. I don't know their percentage as of right now, but having Joel Fitzsimmons come in off the bench and immediately hit 2 back-to-back threes with a hand in his face, I'm sure Coach Yoder felt really good about that one.
Absolutely. Again, bench production is going to be huge. I know Colton Wagner and Will Yider didn't have the best game against Tabernacle on Tuesday. They combined for a whopping 13 points, and if you've watched the Panthers or you've kept up with the Panthers, that is unusual. So Colton just has the 2 free throws. Will Yider just has the layup so far, so 4 points, not too bad of a start, and they have a 5-point lead going into the second quarter.
Yeah. We're about to get the second quarter started. Interested to see what coach has drawn up for this out-of-bounds play here as Suburban puts a little bit of pressure on the Panthers. Derek bringing the ball up. Looks like we have a screen for him. Nice spin move by Derek for the finish.
Man, oh man. And that's that shiftiness we talked about with Derek there. He is a guy that can get whatever he wants, wherever he wants.
Yes, he can. It's such a nice thing for the Panthers as Wade takes a 3 off the mark. Colton rebounds it. He's taking up the court. He takes it. Miss. Out of bounds on Suburban. It's going to stay Panther ball. That's a layup Colton has to make.
Yeah, that's one that can be the difference in the game of winning and losing in the semifinals of the state tournament.
Levi takes it in for an easy lay-in. He gets the 2 to drop.
We'll say again, Crosspointe getting to the rim very easy tonight. Big time foul there by Levi.
Definitely was. Wade Zimmerman making a great play going down. He absorbed the contact. Looked like he was trying to get the and one there. Just didn't get it to connect because of Levi blocking the shot. But he was sent to the line for 2 free throws. First one goes up, and it's a miss. That's a rare miss as well. Wade Zimmerman is a good shooter, so that's a rare miss.
Here we go with another shift change. Will Yider, Phil Fitzsimmons, and Carter Ellis all coming into the game. And again, Coach Yider's got to be excited about his depth for this game.
Absolutely. And I'm sure Suburban does not like that. They have fresh bodies. They see new guys out here all the time. They got to make defensive adjustments. And that is a made free throw by Wade Zimmerman. As Will brings the ball up. He takes it in on Wade. Almost had his own rebound. Just off the mark, though, as Crosspointe sets up their press.
Just another one around the rim that Crosspointe wishes they could have. Almost a turnover there.
It looked like his foot may have been there. Good no call by the refs, though. That is a tough bucket by number 24, Aiden Montgomery. Shooting over Phil is not very easy.
Yeah, very, very tough mid-range there. Mid-range, lost art for him.
Absolutely. As Carter takes a 3, just under the basket.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't quite get his feet set there. Kind of flowed into that shot. And he's going to take a seat. Colton Wagner's going to come in here.
That did seem a little bit rushed, especially in a game like this. You don't want to rush. You got to stay cool and composed. We have Colton Wagner over there on Wade, face guarding him, making sure he does not get the ball. Tommy is on Chad. It's like an open shot, and that is made. by number 13, Andrew Ellis. His first point of the night, and it's a 3. It's a big 3 to bring the Crusaders within 3.
It's a tough turnover there for Colton. Got stuck up in the air, just had to throw it somewhere. Tough turnover there.
Suburban now has a chance to potentially tie the game here with this shot, and he makes it. That is a tough shot.
That's 2 tough shots in a row there for Suburban, but they're going to need them if they want to defeat Crosspointe again this season.
Good take by Will Yider.
Tip ball.
Good steal by the Panthers. Will with a fake. Drives it in. That's a very tough take. He gets the rebound. Tommy for the 3. That is off the mark. Rebounded by Chad Glover, who now brings it up the court.
That was a nice no-look pass there from Will Yider to find Tommy. Tommy just not able to sink that shot there.
Looks like we had a little standoff over there between Levi and number 13, Andrew Ellis. Shot by Suburban, rebounded by Tommy, but it's wrapped up. It's going to be possession arrow, Suburban.
You're starting to see a little bit of a difference here in the quality of player that you get from Suburban when they're rotating their guys, especially, a guy like Jack Carter, freshman, Andrew Ellis, a sophomore, coming in here in big spots.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of pressure to hit open shots if they have them.
It's a big game, too. Every shot counts as Wade takes the 3. He misses, rebounded by number 44, Luke Carter.
And I think we might have second foul here on Colton Wagner. See what the call is. Oh, no, they're going to give that to Joel Fitzsimmons. There on the reach.
Phil comes in for somebody. Carter Ellis. Oh, no. Joel Fitzsimmons, brother for brother. Suburban looking to get something out of this. They pass it to Chad. He takes a pull-up jumper. Off the mark.
That's another tough jump shot there.
As Colton finishes that layup.
Colton gets that finish. That's his first field goal of the night.
He did not mess up on that one like the last ones. Almost a foul there. I feel like we may have gotten away with one. The mid-range jumper by Andrew Ellis. The Panthers are challenging Andrew Ellis to really beat them, to shoot the ball. And so far, Andrew has made the call.
Yeah, he's answered the bell with 5 big points. Great steal there from Colton Wagner. Just a nice pickpocket there on the wing. Finds Will for the 3. House is ready to come down on that one.
Oh, yeah. That is rebounded by Aiden Montgomery. Looks like we got a timeout call by Suburban. 29-26. For those of you watching, it seems like our scoreboard on our live stream is again just experiencing some problems. So Panthers 29, Crusaders 26, 3-point game. All right, so first quarter, we talked about some adjustments that Crusaders need to make. What are some offensive adjustments that the Panthers need to make in order to get buckets?
I mean, I think they're getting good shots. A couple of shots have seam rushed, but they've been able to get to the rim really well. I think they just need to continue to attack, keep the pressure on Suburban. Again, this press is going to wear them down. It's harder to play defense and backpedal and move your feet with shifty guys like Derek, Tommy, Colton, Will, who have great finishing packages at the rim.
Definitely got to work on getting some of these guys in here and trying to bait some of the Suburban guys to foul, especially the taller ones. Those are the guys that are mainly getting the rebounds. Even number 33, Chad Glover, who has 4 rebounds. There's potential I missed some of those, but right now I have 4 of those written down for him. He has 4 rebounds. He also has 9 points. So he is kind of a difference maker right now for the Crusaders. We have Derek on Chad. That's a great defensive matchup. Great defense by the Panthers. Good little slip screen there.
Looked like a bit of a carry, got away with that.
Maybe even a travel as well.
And Suburban ends up getting the foul there. Looked like a bit of a carry and looked like it was a clean block there.
At the end of the day, I'm not a ref. Don't think I want to be a ref.
Yeah, I definitely don't want their job, but that's the second foul on Colton Wagner, which I know Coach Yider is definitely thinking about now. 3:47 left to go in the second quarter. What do you do? What do you do? Do you keep him in? Do you let it ride?
I think on the next dead ball, you might take him out just to reserve him and kind of trust your players, as Will takes the three off the back of the rim. He will certainly find his rhythm. It's there. It's just going to take time.
Yeah, really good ball fake to get the first guy to go by. Again, just wasn't able to put it down there.
Good screen. As Wade Zimmerman gets the 2-point to connect. That was a great cut by Wade Zimmerman and a great finish. Tough finish as well.
It looks like Suburban's going to go to a 2-3 zone here. Will gets inside easily and gets the deuce.
Great layup. Tough finish. Will is good at the
and he gets the tip and the steal.
Looks like it.
Hard fall there. Hard fall there, but Panthers clean it up for another 2 points.
That is one thing I think the refs are calling pretty fairly right now when it comes to letting them play and everything. Good no call there as well. Little push in the back by, I believe, Carter Ellis.
Again, I must be complimentary of Phil Fitzsimmons' defense here on the back end of that press. He has done an excellent job. Hasn't given up a ton, even though he's been in several 2-on-1, 3-on-1 situations. He's been able to defend the rim at a great level tonight.
He's done a great job of, like you said, the 2-on-1. When you go up against somebody of his height and his length, that's so difficult. I do believe that's why Suburban has missed some of these, what you consider to be somewhat easy layups.
There's a rebound by Carter.
It bounced around.
Bounced around, yeah.
Just got sped up there as Tommy goes up for the layup. Travel on number 13, Andrew Ellis. That is a turnover. Turnovers are costly, especially in a high tense game like this.
Absolutely. We got a couple substitutions here. Joel Fitzsimmons comes in for Carter Ellis for Crosspointe. And Andrew Reynolds comes in for Suburban, sitting back in their 2-3 zone here.
Little double screen for Colton. Got Will in the corner. Does a little head fake to Joel in the corner for the three. Misses, rebounded by Luke Carter. That is Luke Carter's 4th rebound. Actually, sorry, that's his 5th rebound. He is all over the boards. That is kind of their Dennis Rodman. So he takes a shot and it's off. Rebounded by Chad, who puts it up. He misses and it's rebounded by Colton.
Oh, we got numbers here.
Joel for the three. He misses. Got to follow your rebound there. Follow your shot. If he would have followed, he would have gotten that rebound. It would have still been Panther ball.
And I know Joel's missed his last 2 threes here, but that's a 2 there.
Do you believe that was a 2? Yep, it was a 2 by number, I can't see his number right now. 23, that is Andrew Reynolds. Tough shot by Colton.
Yeah, Panthers seem like they're settling here. 3 straight threes on 3 straight possessions. I'd like to see them continue to try to take it into the rim, but that 2-3 zone seems like Crosspointe's happy settling the threes at the moment.
Looked like Panthers wanted to push off there. Kind of a late call there. I do see the call, but it was a tad late.
That's going to be 2 on Phil Fitzsimmons here with 44 seconds to go in the second period.
I'm sure going into halftime, Coach Yider will not like that Phil and Colton both have 2 fouls.
Yeah, you definitely want to escape here these last 44 seconds without either one of them picking up another foul, which I would imagine with Crosspointe's next possession, they'll try to hold for the last shot and go into halftime, potentially with a lead here.
Chad puts up his second free throw. He missed both. Looked like it was touched by the Panthers.
Oh, boy.
That is an interesting call.
Oh, boy.
Kind of hard to see from my angle, but very interesting call. Suburban keeps possession here. Almost a steal by Tommy. Just tipped out of bounds. Looks like we have a timeout by Suburban. Has Coach Yider called a timeout so far?
He is not, and I really don't think he's had a reason to. He has really kept his guys fresh. Suburban really hasn't made runs. It's really been a back-and-forth game. I know Suburban, they definitely want to call a timeout here, draw something up, potentially go into the half with the lead.
Yep. I'm sure Suburban, they're going to do what the Panthers did in the first quarter, and that's try to hold on to the ball as long as you can, hold for the last shot, and I believe that's where Coach Yider will tell his Panthers, put pressure on the ball, make them uncomfortable.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, you got to pressure the ball there. Looks like Coach is getting an explanation here from the Stripes. Curious to know that conversation there.
I'm always curious to know these conversations. I'd love to mic up some of these coaches just to hear things.
Yeah, that's next level. Tim, my guy, next level here.
He has definitely thought about it, trust me. We've even thought about instant replay.
I like it.
Rebound by Colton Wagner.
That's his 5th rebound of the night. Crosspointe looks like they're going to hold for one here.
And a foul by Chad Glover.
Luckily, that's Suburban's first foul of the quarter, so no free throws here.
That is, however, Chad Glover's second foul.
Yeah, I'm sure Suburban would like to escape these 26 seconds without him getting his 3rd foul.
Looks like we're going to just kind of see how this plays out going into the half. I'm sure we'll set a double screen or get to the corner.
Absolutely.
Back to Colton. 10 seconds.
Here comes
Let's see what the Panthers do here.
Tommy Shepard there with a
Good
great
pass.
dime there to Phil.
And a miss. Rare miss, but it is a jump ball, and it's going to be Panther ball. That was just an unfortunate miss by Phil Fitzsimmons. He was open.
Oh, this is see the substitutions we're going to make here. Interesting sub here with 0.6 seconds left.
Maybe he's looking for a last minute.
Okay. All right. Thought maybe we might get a lob there, but we got a wild 3 there from Joel Fitzsimmons.
Yeah.
But Crosspointe goes into the half with a 1-point lead. Good half of basketball there.
And if we think about it, there are a lot of missed layups so far, missed 3-pointers. You knock down a couple more of those, this game is completely different.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
All right, so first half takes. What are some key takeaways for both the Panthers and the Crusaders?
I think for the Panthers, you just got to continue to get to the rim, finish layups, and I think they're going to be fine. Keep the press up. I think the press has worked well. I think for Suburban, I think you have to finish at the rim as well. When you break that press, you have to make the most of your opportunities. But when they're in the half-court setting, they have to execute a little bit better. They were able to hit a couple tough jump shots, but those aren't always going to carry throughout the entire game. So running better sets, getting better open looks in the half-court setting, I think is going to be the key for them.
All right, you heard it from Bryce Shaddy himself. We have about 9 minutes in this halftime. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will be back at the start of the 3rd quarter. Don't go anywhere. It's an exciting game. That is the end of halftime, and we are kicking off our third quarter here in the IACS tournament. Panthers against Crusaders. Interested to see what adjustments the teams have made.
Yeah, I mean, we just talked to Coach Wagner, their assistant coach for Crosspointe, and it sounds like they're going to make a couple of defensive adjustments, but they're going to stick with the press here for the rest of the game.
As they should. It's been working. Got a box out there on Chad Glover.
No foul call there until the end there.
A lot going on down there.
Bodies, carnage everywhere.
I do appreciate the refs letting them play a little bit. Hopefully nobody gets seriously injured, though. But the refs did end up making the call there. As number 44, Luke Carter, goes to the line. Luke Carter makes his free throw there, tying the game 33-33. He misses that one, and Colton gets the rebound. Pushing up the court, pass to Will. Gives it to Carter. Carter with a tough take there. Little pass fake as well to get the defense to shift.
And there was a very crisp, efficient possession there for Crosspointe. Ends up in a very easy bucket there for Carter Ellis.
Looks like the Panthers are not happy with that call. Chad is not happy as well. He seems to think he got tripped. I wasn't able to see it, so it's very possible that he could have.
Yeah, another interesting possession call there. Again, it's tough out here in these streets.
It's tough in the trenches, let me tell you. All right, looks like Panthers got a steal. Carter takes it in. Easy layup for him.
Carter with a quick 4 points here to start the half. Very good to see him get to the rim and put some points on the board.
It was very smart of Suburban to not foul. Ooh, late call there. I did see it, though, as Colton fouls him, and Wade is sent to the line for an and one.
That's going to be third foul there on Colton Wagner. Didn't want to see him pick it up that early, and that's one that he really didn't need to pick up there.
Wade takes his free throw, and he makes it, making it a 1-point game.
Be curious to see what Coach Yider does with Colton Wagner here, how long he keeps him in the game.
Having 3 fouls, it's going to be very hard-pressed. I'm sure he's going to let it kind of run out a little bit and tell Colton to be cautious. Don't be jumping the gun.
We'll say Suburban may have found something with this 2-3 zone. As I say that, Will Yider sinks a big three. But it seemed like Crosspointe's offense was kind of stagnant when Suburban switched to that 2-3 zone. As Suburban has a little issue here with the press, gets it over just in time. Turns into an easy layup there for Aiden Montgomery.
As the Panthers look, just a steal there by Chad Glover, who now brings the ball up the court looking for an opportunity for the Crusaders.
Yeah, Levi Hobelman with an ill-advised no-look kind of bounce pass. Thought it was open. Colton gets an easy steal there, middle of the court.
Colton now going to take it in. Unable to finish. Tried to take that with his right hand. Looked a little bit awkward. I'm sure he'll make some improvements on that. As Aiden takes a shot. He misses. Colton gets the rebound. Suburban was wanting a push on Colton there. Ooh, kind of a tough pass to the corner. As Will looking, just kicks it off of Suburban's knee.
Colton Wagner just 4 points, but 7 rebounds tonight so far. At wide open, Carter.
And a miss. Carter knows that is something he cannot do again.
Yeah, missed opportunity there. Had him wide open under the basket. Just lost sight of where he was around that basket.
Great defense by the Panthers. A foul on Will Yider.
looked to be sort of more of a tie-up there, but Will Yider draws the foul. And Suburban's going to take it out there underneath. That's Will Yider's first foul.
I like the intensity that both teams are showing so far. You can tell both of them really want this win tonight. It's a good little hesitation move. And a foul on number 23, I believe, Andrew Reynolds.
Yeah, Levi Hobelman really had a good box out there. And gets raked over the arm there as he's grabbing that rebound.
Never mind, that foul was on number 12, Wade Zimmerman. Interesting.
Levi Hobelman can really get up in the air. He really can, and that's an advantage that he has. That's why Coach has him on the floor.
Yep. That's mainly due because of at Crosspointe we have a plyometrics class taught by our girls varsity coach, Coach Schellenberg. He does a great job with those athletes, and you can definitely tell, you can see the difference in our athletes in these games.
Yeah, shout out Coach Sell.
Panthers are now bringing the ball up. Suburban staying in this 2-3, kind of daring us to shoot as we are off the mark there. And Suburban gets the rebound. That's number 44, Luke Carter.
Yeah, Wagner really got there in the middle of that defense. Had a really good look, just a little strong there.
We have Wade looking, a little push off by Wade. That will be his second foul.
Yeah, that's a good call there. Wade's definitely been looking for that three-point shot. Really good defense there from Will Yider there.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting, in the first half, Wade did not commit any fouls, and in the third quarter, he's committed 2. I'm sure the coach is watching that, making sure he does not get any more. Colton takes it in. Looks like his teammate just was in the way.
Almost a near steal there for Will Yider back there.
Wade with the 3. Another rare miss by Wade. Luke Carter gets the rebound and the pull-up jumper for the 2, and it's good.
We got a tie ball game here at 40 with just under 4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter.
This game is going to make us sweat as Carter takes a 3 and he misses. Almost rebounded by Levi, but it's rebounded by number 24, Aiden Montgomery. Chad taking it on as number 13 makes the 2-point jumper. That is Andrew Ellis.
Yeah, Andrew Ellis with a big 8 points here tonight off the bench. Again, bench production is going to be huge, and Andrew Ellis is giving him a boost off the bench.
Looks like they got fouled. That foul is on number 24, Aiden Montgomery. I believe that is his first. It was a great take by Will.
We have some fresh bodies coming in here for each side here after the first Will Yider free throw.
He misses the first. Free throws are important.
Yeah, rare miss there from Will Yider, who is a spoken shooter.
Man, it is hard to think in here right now. As Will sinks his second free throw, and the press is now happening.
There it is.
Great steal by Colton Wagner, who is stolen back by Aiden Montgomery.
Now that pass just a little late there from Colton.
Ooh, almost, I believe Crosspointe got away with the foul there. Luke Carter with the rebound and a putback.
Yeah, Wagner lucky he didn't pick up his fourth foul. There would have been a game changer.
Joel Fitzsimmons with the 3. Interesting stat for you, number 44 for the Crusaders. Luke Carter has 9 rebounds in the game so far. And he also has 6 points. Actually, sorry. He has 9 points. He's had a lot of putbacks tonight. That has been a game changer for Suburban, and Crosspointe needs to find a way to stop that. Rebound by Phil Fitzsimmons, who kicks it to Tommy, who now brings it up the court, looking for options. Passes it to Colton. Colton's looking. He gives it to Joel. Pass fake and a three. And he makes it. Joel is a flamethrower tonight. That is his 4th made three.
Just like the first quarter where he hit 2 threes. He's hit 2 threes here in the 3rd quarter. Definitely want to see him keep that going. That's going to earn you more playing time in a very tight ball game as Crosspointe takes the lead by 2.
Looks like a foul on Tommy Shepard as well. Joel Fitzsimmons, let me just say real quick, that last three he hit, that pass fake, it takes something as simple as a look, pass fake to get an open shot, and that's exactly what he did. Kudos to him.
I'll say Crosspointe scouting report is interesting here as Juan Riveras Vargas is in here, daring him to shoot, leaving him wide open on the perimeter. He's going to shoot his 2nd three, and once again, unable to hit the mark here.
And there goes Phil for the finish.
Yeah, that's a great pass there by Colton Wagner leading the break.
Crosspointe with great pressure. Timeout called by Suburban. That is exactly what Coach Yider wants.
Yeah, Crosspointe with a little momentum here, forcing Suburban to take that timeout there on the press. That's the first time we've really seen them kind of get stuck on that press. And like I mentioned earlier in the game, making those deposits, taking those withdrawals, maybe we're starting to see it pay off here with 1:36 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
So I'm sure Coach is drawing something up to break down Suburban's 2-3. How have the Panthers done so far against the 2-3?
I would say very well. Again, it's just a matter of making shots. You know, you get a nice screen up top. Colton had a great look in the middle of the paint, just unable to get there. But Crosspointe's got it rolling right now, just moving the ball, getting open shots, especially for Joel Fitzsimmons, who I would want to get the ball to Joel Fitzsimmons here at the moment. I mean, he's 4 for 6 from 3, 4 for 7 from 3, so I like my odds there.
Suburban starts pretty fast here in the 3rd quarter with about a minute and a half left to go before it all comes down to the 4th quarter. A steal by the Panthers.
Yeah, great poke there by Phil Fitzsimmons.
I think the Panthers were looking for a foul. I do believe that was a good no call, both of them just a little bit out of control.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there. Yeah, I'm fine with the no call there.
So Luke Carter takes the jumper, and he is good for 2.
Luke Carter's got an excellent touch there from the mid-range and around the basket with his offensive rebounding.
Looks like Will. I thought Will was going to square up to shoot.
Yeah,
he takes it in.
Great finish.
Great finish by Will Yider.
Yeah, that's a tough finish there, going from right side to left side, finishing underneath the rim. That's a really tough finish.
Just a little trip up there by number 2, Carter Ellis, for the Panthers.
Yeah, that'll be his 2nd foul. Yeah, just got behind him, got caught up in the play there. Tough foul.
Chad Glover is now sent to the line. I do believe Suburban is in the bonus. That was the Panthers' 5th foul. So now every foul, the Crusaders are going to be sent to the line. And Chad misses the first.
Yeah, again, I would imagine Crosspointe has another opportunity to hold for the last shot of the quarter. They've been very fortunate to get a lot of last possessions. Looks like we're heading that way again.
And he connects on his 2nd one.
We'll push up the court here.
We're going to hold for 1. If they're going to be in the 2-3, why not hold for 1? Make them, spread them out. Almost a mess up there by Carter.
Colton Wagner not on the floor for Crosspointe. Curious to see how well they can execute without him handling the ball here.
So far, we seem to be doing well. We are spreading the floor out. We need a little bit more movement by the Panthers, though. About 9 seconds left here as Carter gets some pressure. And a foul on Chad.
Oh, and coach is going to quickly get Colton Wagner in the game here for the last 6 seconds. Very smart substitution here. Give it a little more stability to the offense, hopefully get a nice shot off here.
Very interesting foul count here. Number 33, Chad Glover for the Crusaders, now has 3 fouls. Him and Colton both, 3 fouls. I'm sure the coaches are going to be smart about when to play them. 4 seconds, 2 seconds. Quick jumper, just off the mark.
Yeah, got a good look at it. Here we go. Fourth quarter, 3-point game. Just it's been close all game. Exciting fourth quarter upcoming here.
It's going to come down to the very end. Both teams have done very well tonight, very competitive. But as we get into this fourth quarter, I would like to make note very quickly for all of our viewers. We do have this YouTube channel up and running for all of the Panther home games. If you could, either right now or even at the end of the stream, click that subscribe button, subscribe to us. That way you are up to date with all of the Panther athletic schedule. All right, Bryce, going into the fourth quarter, what do the Panthers need to do in order to pull away here and solidify a win?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working right now. It's just a matter of hitting shots. They've had some unfortunate misses, but the shots are there. I talked to Coach Yider on Wednesday, and we've heard it before. We've heard it on national television. It's a make-or-miss league, and that's what it's going to come down to here in the fourth quarter. Both teams seem to be handling all the twists and turns that they're throwing at each other. It's just going to come down to who hits shots and who misses shots.
It's going to be a close one. 8 minutes. We've both been in these positions before, playing here at Crosspointe. Close games, semifinals, even championships. I can't imagine what these guys are going through right now. I myself am nervous, and I'm just commentating.
This is the stuff that you live for. If you love basketball, these are the games that you want to play. These are the scenarios that you want to play in. And I think both coaches are going to put the guys in that think that they are going to get them the W. So it'll be a very fun, fast, tense fourth quarter, and I'm excited for it.
And I'm sure it definitely helps Coach Yider having 3 guys kind of as his coaching staff that played for him, have been in these positions, and can calm these guys down and tell them, listen, fourth quarter, 8 minutes, make it count. All right, Panthers start off here with the ball. Colton is now looking around. Looks like they may just be trying to get them to pressure them, dare them to come defend them. And a foul on number 44, Luke Carter. That is his first.
Yeah, we haven't seen Phil Fitzsimmons get a lot of post touches, so it was nice to see him get the ball inside, give the Crusaders something different. Great pass there from Colton on the inbounds to Phil for 2 points.
I don't know if you saw that. Did you see the no look?
I did not.
He looked towards the corner to get Wade to move out there, and then just gave it to Phil for an easy layup.
Colton Wagner's a smart player, and you know, Crosspointe's had a couple passes on the inbounds that they've got people wide open underneath the basket.
Chad Glover takes a 3. He misses. Rebounded by number 13, Andrew Ellis. That's his first rebound of the night. Number 10 takes the shot. He misses. Rebounded by Chad again. Missed. And Phil bobbles it. I know he's upset about that, but you also got to focus on the game.
Yeah, a lot of action there underneath. I like the no call. Let the kids battle it out.
Carter almost with the steal there. You have to be careful with those sometimes. They can call you for fouls if you run into somebody. Daring Luke to shoot, and he makes it. That was a two-pointer for Luke Carter. Kick it to Will in the corner for the 3. Misses. Carter with the rebound. The putback just was not there. Chad now brings the ball up the court. Goes coast to coast, but does not make it. And Colton comes up with the rebound. He takes it in.
That's a great strong move there from Wagner. Puts the shoulder down a little bit, Andrew Nemhard style, and gets the 2-point layup.
Great defense there by the Panthers to force the turnover.
Yeah, Crosspointe with a little momentum here. Aaron's trying to calm down his brother, Colton, to get a good possession here and really kind of make this a run for Crosspointe. We haven't really seen a team make a run So Crosspointe has an opportunity to kind of form this here with a good possession.
It's been a game of just changing and pace. Right now, it's going to come down to these last 5.5 minutes to see who has more grit. Carter kicks it to Will. Will thought about the three, but he did not take it. Looks like the Panthers are playing very calm and collected, trying to get the Crusaders to pressure them, spread out their defense. A little bit of a forceful pass there is...
Yeah. Try to thread the needle. Right idea, just a little too risky there for my liking. But, fortunately, Crosspointe retains possession here.
Tipped by Wade Zimmerman out of bounds. Looks like Colton kind of predicted where he was going to go. Looks like we have a sub coming in, number 23, Andrew Reynolds. He's coming into the game with 4 points. See if he can make an impact for the Crusaders. We kick it out to Carter for a 3. Off the mark. Rebounded by Will Yider. Gives it to Colton. Colton's looking. Splits the defenders. Looked for a pass, but it's stolen. And a foul on Colton Wagner. That is his 4th.
Yeah, I don't know about a foul there. I probably would have let that one go. But nonetheless, that's going to be Colton Wagner's 4th foul with 5.5 minutes to go, and he's going to have to sit here for a little bit.
Panthers, with Colton sitting out, need somebody else to step up. It's a good box out by Carter Ellis. Luke Carter is dominating the boards. He has 9 or 10 rebounds, and Carter was able to box him out to keep him from getting another one. Will Yider being very patient here at the top. He now takes it in. And just a creeping miss for the Panthers.
Yeah, another tough one around the rim. Turns into 2 points there for Suburban. Again, we've talked about Crosspointe's finishing ability. As a steal for Suburban here, another 2 points as they draw within 1.
I'm a little shocked that Coach Yider's not called a timeout to kill this momentum, but he does trust his players.
Without Colton Wagner on the floor, Crosspointe's got to execute better. They just sacrificed or gave up 4 points there. Got to get something here. And Carter Ellis is going to do it himself. Misses, gets his own rebound, and puts it back in.
I will say when Carter jumps in the air, it's kind of watching like somebody float. He's up there for a while. Chad is going to take this in.
Shout out Plyometrics.
Coach Schellenberg, Plyometrics. It's like we have a foul.
And I was curious when Coach Yider looks like he's going to change his mind. Looks like Derek Furman was going to come in, but decides to sit him back down on the bench. I kind of like bringing Derek in here. He's had some real success getting to the rim. I'd like to see him maybe get some minutes with Colton out.
Especially if Suburban puts, a defender on him that can't necessarily defend him. A late call there.
Yeah, another late foul there on Phil Fitzsimmons. That's going to be his 3rd with about a little under 4 minutes to go here.
Looks like Carter Ellis had to kind of chill Phil Fitzsimmons there. You don't want to lose your cool in a scenario like this.
I'm sorry, that's going to be Phil Fitzsimmons' 4th foul. And Coach Yider's going to bring in Levi Hobelman here.
Not looking too good for the Panthers in foul trouble. I'm sure he'll bring Phil and Colton back in around the 2-minute mark, maybe even earlier, depending on what Suburban does.
Yeah, you would definitely want to hold out as long as you can. You have a 3-point lead, potential 2-point lead here. It really comes down to how well can these other guys execute. Panthers catch a break there with a missed free throw. Joel out on the break a little bit.
It's like the Panthers are just going to kind of chill out here.
I would. I mean, you have a 3-point lead. I'd take some time off the clock here and set something up.
Carter takes it in for a tough 2, making it a 5-point lead now for the Panthers.
Carter doing it all on offense for Crosspointe right now and gets the steal.
timeout by Coach Yider. Smart timeout.
Yeah,
Great steal
great
by
timeout.
Carter Ellis. Carter Ellis right now is putting the Panthers on his shoulders and getting it done himself.
Yeah, he's got 13 points tonight, 4 rebounds. Definitely all over the stat sheet there for Crosspointe. Big points with Colton Wagner there on the bench. Man, it's with 3:19 left, 5-point lead for Crosspointe.
Looks like Colton's going to go back in.
Yeah, interesting choice here. I like it. I figured he might bring him in around 3 minutes, but it's going to be you're going to be on thin ice here for 3 minutes.
I'm sure Coach is telling him, you do not get involved when the ball is there. Don't get involved because the refs will see that, and before you know it, you'll be back on the bench.
I think for Suburban here, you definitely want to get a stop. Coach Yider, he draws up some good plays. If Crosspointe executes, they could get a really good look here. Suburban, you want to get this stop. You want to take it down the other end here and start chipping away at that lead. Attack Colton Wagner. He's got 4 fouls. When Phil comes back in, you want to attack him. He's got 4 fouls. Yep. My opinion, I think Coach Yider just drew something up here for Joel Fitzsimmons here in the corner.
I think Carter's going to take it in. They're going to draw him in, and then they're going to kick it to the corner. I think you're right. Joel needs to trust himself, trust his ability, be confident as he heads to the far corner.
Yeah, both fan sections are ready to explode in this place, and Crosspointe has the first opportunity to make this happen here.
1-3, and the lid is gone. Great play there.
There it is.
And a foul. Foul number 23, Andrew Reynolds. I believe that is his first foul.
Comes another Crosspointe inbound underneath the basket. Let's see if they can get something wide open underneath. It looks like we're just gonna take just gonna set something up here at the top.
I think we're gonna make Suburban pressure us and break him down. Looks like Suburban actually moved to man. No more 2-3. Ooh. Almost lost the ball there. Panthers are very calm and collect. Out of bounds on Suburban, Panther ball. Derek's coming in now. You know what that means. We both know, considering Monday.
That's right. Let's see if we can take some if Panthers can take some withdrawals.
Derek has number 23 on him, Andrew Reynolds. I'm sure Derek is just going to dribble around him and Colton. Looks like a jump ball, and that's going to be Suburban's ball. About 2.5 minutes left here, and we have Suburban ball being down 5. Looks like Coach Yider's trying to tell Derek you weren't supposed to take it in.
Looks like there might have been a miscommunication between those two. Looks like everything is all good there on the bench, though. And there's that press, and Suburban knocks it out of bounds.
Foul on number 33, Chad Glover. That will be his 4th.
Actually, Austin, I think that's just going to be an out of bounds.
Never mind. It looked like they were calling a foul.
Yeah, I think Chad just knocked it out of bounds there.
Gotcha.
Colton got the original tip, and Chad tried to just make something out of nothing there and tipped it out of bounds on his own accord.
Will now has the ball. Wade Zimmerman playing defense on him. Good little kick out. Looks like we're just going to spread the court.
Yeah, again, with a 5-point lead, clock ticking down, can run your sets, run some action here, and just move the ball around for a bit.
Got him out. 1:57.
I know that shot clock's a coming here in a couple years. Yeah, that'll definitely be an adjustment.
Yes, it will. This is great ball movement by the Panthers so far.
Yeah, we're under 2 minutes now.
I'm a little shocked that Suburban hasn't pressed a little bit more. I'm sure it is coming, and their coach is telling them. And we got a foul here.
I think we may start the foul game here. Suburban wants to force Crosspointe to potentially hit free throws here soon. I think that's their third team foul. I believe it's two more fouls. Is that right?
I believe so.
I didn't play in that era, so I'm still figuring that out.
Yeah, so 2 more fouls, and Crosspointe will be sent to the line. If you were Crosspointe and you know Suburban's going to foul you, who do you want having the ball shooting free throws?
I think at this point, I think you have just about everybody available, honestly. But you just don't know in these high-pressure situations. Guys that are built for the moment have no issue stepping up to that line and knocking them down. But I think Crosspointe feels comfortable with anybody out the line.
I think you're right. I do believe our highest free throw percentage shooter is Phil Fitzsimmons, and I did notice that Coach put Phil back into the game. I'm sure he understands, hey, this is about to become a free throw game, and so he's trying to get all of his best percentage free throw shooters in the game.
Yeah, and for Suburban, you want to get a stop here, or potentially come out of this with maybe 1 free throw made, and get down and get a quick score. Not necessarily you need a 3, just get something on the board.
If you can't tell, it is very loud in here. You can hear both sides basically going into a cheer off. It's going to get extremely loud here with these last minute and 30 seconds left in the game. Looks like Panthers are really spreading the court here. It's like a football play.
Little 3 verts, little Pacers action there.
We got a foul. Wade Zimmerman, that is his 3rd foul. Suburban is going to need to get some other people to start drawing these fouls.
Yeah, so this is where... So obviously Coach Yider has a plan here of who he wants to get the ball, and it looks like it's going to be Will Yider. It looks like they're going to run the same play. Will's going to kick out here to the back, and really good cover there by Wade Zimmerman.
Foul on Chad. That's Chad's 4th. I do believe I actually got the foul count wrong on Wade Zimmerman. He has 2 fouls. But Chad now, that is his 4th foul. That is one guy they don't want to lose.
All right, buckle up, folks. It's going to be a long 125.
As Colton hits his first free throw. This reminds me of something that our dad would always tell us, and that was free throws win games. I remember he would always have us practice free throws.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He has made 2. I believe we're getting the clock to put up there our 2 points. Okay, there we go.
That is Colton's 6th point of the game. Hard to believe that Crosspointe is winning this game with Colton Wagner only having 6 points, but he's made his impact felt with several steals and 9 rebounds tonight.
The bench for the Panthers have definitely made themselves known as well. As Luke Carter gets another rebound.
And looks like Suburban had a little bit of a press there. Coach telling him go for the steal, but let's foul. And they do just that and put Will Yider on the line here for another 2 big free throws.
So Luke Carter, number 44 for the Suburban Crusaders, he was the one who put up that last putback shot. Got it to connect. He now has 15 points with 11 rebounds. He has himself a double-double tonight.
Yeah, monster double-double for Luke Carter there as Will Yider misses his first free throw, and that's a win for Suburban here. Will's got to knock down the second one here, which he does.
He connects. Looks like we have a timeout called by Coach Yider with 1:06 left. If you were Suburban, what are you trying to do here with about 1:06 left, being down 6 points?
You still don't need a 3 here, but at the same time, their offensive rebounding has been off the charts. So if you want to take a 3 here and rely on your offensive rebounding and get a putback, then I don't mind that. But you don't need a 3. You're down 6 with 1:06 left. If you can get Crosspointe to go 50% on free throws, then you got a chance here. but definitely don't need a 3 here at the moment.
And if you're Crosspointe trying to keep them from catching up, what do you do?
I think you just have to run people off the 3-point line. I think you'd rather give up a 2 here. I don't know that it looks like Coach Adder's probably going to pull back this press. I think you just go with a straight man. You face guard their best 3-point shooters like Wade Zimmerman, like they have been throughout this game, and just try to minimize the damage and rely on your players to hit free throws.
This is good stuff so far. We knew from the get-go that this was going to be a close game, and it has not failed. For anybody watching, everybody here is having a great time. Tomorrow, championship games, 1 o'clock and 3:30, so make sure you're here for that. Sorry, Saturday. For some reason, I thought it was Friday. When I played, we played on Friday, so it's different now.
It definitely has a Friday night atmosphere, and there's the 3 by Wade Zimmerman. Comes up short, gets his own rebound, goes for the 2, blocked by Phil Fitzsimmons. Suburban still with the ball.
And made shot by, I believe, Chad
Glover. Yeah, Chad Glover. Big 3 there to put them down 3, and Colton draws the foul. These are going to be 2 big free throws here for Colton Wagner.
Very big free throws.
With Crosspointe just preserving a 3-point lead. At minimum, you at least want to hit one of these. Obviously, you want both all day long, but if you can get one, make it basically a 2-possession game. I know you can get a 4-point play, but
and he misses the first. For Suburban, that's what they want. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah, that's already a win for Suburban there, as Coach Adder calls a timeout here.
Both teams, after this timeout called by the Panthers, will both have 1 timeout each. About 46 seconds left to go. Crusaders are down 3. It's very crucial for Colton to hit this one. If he doesn't, then he leaves the door open for Suburban to hit a 3 and tie the game.
Yeah, and we've seen Crosspointe in some high-pressure situations, make some mistakes throughout the season, but it seems like this team has really grown from it and learned from it. So this is a great opportunity to exercise some of those demons.
So usually when I commentate, you don't really hear a whole lot with these, headphones on. I am hearing every single cheer that's going on.
Absolutely. My Apple Watch just let me know that the environment is too loud. Luckily, I have these amazing headphones on.
All right, Colton with his second attempt here. He misses, and it's rebounded.
Yeah, I still don't think you need a 3 here with the way Crosspointe has shot free throws, but I think Suburban's going to take a 3 here.
It does definitely look like they're going to try to hold, maybe even get a 2.
Tough shot there.
And a foul.
Yep.
Carter gets fouled. If that's on Chad Glover, if I'm not mistaken, that is his 5th foul, and he will foul out.
Yep, looks like Coach Payton is bringing Juan Rivas Vargas off the bench here.
That is Chad Glover's 5th foul. He will be out of the game. That's a huge loss for Suburban, especially right now. Looked like there was a little bit of animosity over there when Carter was getting up. Maybe something was said, not entirely sure. All I know is Carter was not happy with that foul.
Chad Glover put together a great game tonight, senior there for Suburban, so could potentially be his last game. Another miss there for Crosspointe at the free throw line, this time from Carter Ellis. Still a 3-point lead for Crosspointe with 28 seconds left. Carter desperately needs to make this one to really put the pressure on Suburban.
And he makes it. It is now a 4-point game. 28 seconds left, and Coach Yider uses his last timeout.
Yeah, big free throw there. Really, Crosspointe just needs to run everybody off the 3-point line, not foul if someone attempts a 3-pointer. You'd hate to give up a potential and 1 or 3 free throws and stop the clock and let them add some points to their score.
So speaking about Chad Glover, the Suburban player who just fouled out, he has 17 points tonight with 10 rebounds. He got himself a double-double as well.
Excellent game from Chad Glover. Hate to see him go out on a foul out, while his team is still trying to complete this comeback and move on to Saturday.
Suburban has a lot of seniors on their team. Panthers have impactful seniors on their team. Both of these teams really wanting to win tonight. 28 seconds is going to decide who moves on to Saturday to play ICA in the IACS Championship game. What do you think Suburban has drawn up coming out of this timeout?
I think now with about 28 seconds left, I think you definitely need to take a three here. I don't mind it. I would probably take a two here again based on the free throw shooting of Crosspointe. I would try to get it inside, but you kind of have some limited options here with foul situations. And there's the three made
by Aiden Montgomery.
Big time three.
That is his first three of the night in a timeout called by Suburban. That is the one thing we mentioned to not let them get, and they got it.
Yep. So now this has become a free throw game for Crosspointe. This is do or die for them here. If they really want to advance to Saturday, whoever gets fouled here has to step up and make both of these.
And I'm sure Coach Yider is thinking about that, who he wants to be sent to the free throw line, especially right now. And Suburban, they are going to press hard.
Absolutely. Yeah, you go for the steal before the foul. So you definitely don't want to throw it into the corners if you're Crosspointe. Your options are now limited if you're Crosspointe based on that big time three that was just hit by Suburban.
Suburban's crowd has had a fire lit under them. Suburban now waiting for the Panthers to come out of their timeout. This is a very stressful moment.
Now Crosspointe will have free reign of the baseline since it's after a made shot, so I'd be curious, if there's a little bit of resistance, if Tommy knows that he can move, or if Coach has drawn something up where you can throw another player on the baseline and get the ball inbounds. It'd be interesting to see what he has drawn up here.
If I were Suburban, I don't even think that I would guard the ball.
And
almost a 5-second call
Colton's
there.
running away from them as fast as he can. Called foul without the ball as Phil finishes.
Phil a little upset about that.
Yeah, Colton, big pressure free throws here.
He's got to make both, and very crucial right now with 13 seconds left on the clock. He misses the first. He needs to make this one. He misses both. Suburban has a chance here.
Big-time chance here. Great block by Phil. Put back by Suburban.
Gets the rebound and a putback. No timeouts left. And a turnover by the Panthers.
What a turn of events here, ladies and gentlemen. As Phil Fitzsimmons comes up with a big block, but again, the offensive rebounding of the Suburban Crusaders has come up big once again.
.5 seconds left on the clock.
And a foul. And we have an offensive foul here. Game is not over. Game is not over.
We are not shooting, though, however. We are not shooting. That was only the fourth foul.
I think we
do get an inbound, though.
And there should be
Was that before
0.5.
the ball was inbounded?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, there was a
So-
push-off before the ball was inbounded.
So would that mean that we go to the line, or is high school not like that?
Being that it is an offensive foul, I do not believe that we will be shooting. Yes, that is correct. Looks like Colton Wagner is going to
So we
inbound the
have-
ball with 0.5 seconds, which it is possible to get a shot off.
If I were Crosspointe, I would put Phil Fitzsimmons down low.
Yeah, this has got to be a turn and shoot, 1,000% here. Didn't get it off. I don't think he got that off.
Let's see what the ref
I
says.
don't know. What do we got
I
here?
think the ref said
What do
it
we got
counts.
here? What do we got here?
I believe he said it counted.
Oh, you're kidding me. Unbelievable. Are you
Now we
kidding
gotta
me?
wait. The Suburban coach is not happy.
We got a conversation here. I don't know about the Austin. I'll be
I
honest.
don't know either.
Looks like they're sending Suburban's coach away. I think that is ball game. We have a game-winning shot
By Carter Ellis.
Unbelievable finish. I have goosebumps, ladies and gentlemen. I truly do. That is unreal.
I am in shock right now.
That is unreal.
Wow.
That's unbelievable shot. Carter Ellis. Now, folks, I don't know if you guys know this. Carter Ellis used to go to Suburban. This is a full circle moment for him and his family. You can see the emotion on Carter Ellis's face. I can't believe what I just watched.
I'm still in shock. Like, I seriously have zero words to say. I don't know what to say.
The Crosspointe Panthers, will move on to the 3:30 state championship game here in the Den for the state championship.
I have never seen anything like that. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in, folks. We will see you guys on Saturday.